Yes, I am here. Thank you, Nashashla.
Hi, can you hear us?
Hi.
All right.
Okay, thank
Reneka, we've
you.
just, so you can begin with your talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Nashashla. Um, Overall, breaking the mold, change, disruption, and reflection has prompted libraries to adapt and innovate in their communication processes. By embracing digital technologies, interactive channels, virtual programming, and data driven decision making, libraries have transformed their communication landscape, making it more accessible, inclusive, and responsive to the needs of their patrons. Good morning, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to present on how academic libraries are shifting due to social media and effective communication channels. In the constantly evolving landscape of modern business, staying ahead of the curve is crucial. And this is where having effective communication channels in marketing becomes imperative. Marketing today is not just about promoting a product or service, but also about creating innovative ways to change with customers. Libraries need to be agile and receptive to new ideas to break the mold and stand out in a crowded market. A well defined and diversified marketing communication strategy is important for any success in such a dynamic environment. So, relying on a single marketing communication tool to reach customers is no longer adequate. Libraries need to leverage multiple marketing channels to create a compelling narrative. Moreover, communication is not just about disseminating information, but also a means of building relationships. Effective communication channels allow academic institutions and libraries to listen to your students, your followers on social media, and give you feedback, respond to your needs, and build trust and loyalty. So, where do we start and how do we get it right? Communication process. This you see on your screen is the Laswell model of communication, which is considered one of the earliest communication models. It was developed by Harold Laswell, who is an American political scientist and a communication theorist. At its core, the Laswell's model focuses on five elements of communication: who, what, channel, whom, and effect. By considering these five elements, the Laswell model provides a comprehensive framework for studying communication processes. It also emphasized the importance of understanding the roles and dynamics of communicators by the following: the content of the message, the medium of transmission, the target audience, and the ultimate impact. It is worth noting that while the Laswell's model has been widely used and appreciated, it is a linear model, and that doesn't account for the dynamic and interactive nature of modern communication. Contemporary communication models, such as a transactional model, for example, recognizes that communication is a two-way process involving feedback and mutual understanding. So, this is where the communication channels come in. Next slide, please. Thank you. Primary communication channels are the main methods or platforms through which libraries, institutions, and organizations exchange information and interact with one another. These channels have evolved over time with advancements in technology. There are some primary communication channels commonly used today. We use our website and social media. But please remember the choice of communication channel you choose depends on various factors, including the nature of the message, your target audience, accessibility, convenience, and the desired level of interactivity. Different channels may be more suitable for specific situations and purposes. Next slide, please. In my presentation this morning, I want to highlight two channels: your website and social media. One of the biggest debates that happens within marketing teams is whether to focus your efforts on your website or your social media challenges, your social media channels, sorry. What will generate more leads? Which channel offers the highest return on investment? And what option will expedite your library or your institution's growth? Next slide, please. So, which is the clear winner, website or social media? When discussing website versus social media and how it pertains to a business strategy, one thing is clear: neither should be overlooked or neglected. That's a that's a lot to dive into when discussing how social media and websites generate viable for libraries. The things to consider: websites are great for the following: helping your library get found online, promoting your services in a digital space, integrating into your services and offerings funnel, establishing credibility and social proof, and lastly, the fifth one, providing key data for your library. Now, let's talk about social media in the following. So, social media is great in the following way, and I'm going to name the five: helping you connect with your audience, build your brand and reputation, sharing your content, reaching new audiences, and encouraging interaction with your brand. Next slide, please. Another crucial aspect of a website is its ability to promote your services in the digital space. Fundera, which is a marketplace for small business solutions, reported that 1.79 billion people shopped online last year, which means that there were 1.79 billion people who could have found your website and looked at your services. You can promote your services in multiple ways, but one of the most effective ways is to have a targeted landing page. Something vital to consider when discussing your website for social media in lead generation is that social media helps libraries connect with your audience on a personal level. Digital Information World reports that internet users are now spending an average of 142 minutes a day on social networking and messaging platforms. Social media is vital. Social media is also a vital challenge to use when building your library brand. The more connected social audience is with your brand, the more likely they'll become customers and brand advocates. As you debate website versus social media and how they help your libraries, remember that social media helps you share your content with the masses. All it takes is one piece of valuable content to reach the right person at the right time to create a loyal customers and stakeholders. Social media users like to consume content in different ways on different platforms. So keep this in mind as you share your content. Sharing content across multiple platforms can also increase your library's status as a leader. So the more you share, the more you enhance your gravitas, which can influence people to keep following you to obtain valuable information. When paired together, your website and your social media channels are complementary parts of the same well oiled machine. They have the same goal: to get your brand out to the world and convert leads to customers. When done right, your website and social media will be fundamental pillars in your growth strategies. I just want to touch a little bit on search engine optimizations, as we all know it as SEO, while I am still on the topic of websites. Communication channels and search engine optimization are two distinct concepts, but are interconnected when it comes to promoting your library or your online website. Next slide, please. Why is SEO important? Every day, Google users conduct billions of searches for information and products. So it's no surprise that search engines are usually one of the biggest traffic sources to websites. To harness this traffic source's potential, you need to appear in the top search results of your target keywords. SEO is an ongoing process and it requires monitoring, analysis, and adjustments to keep up with search engine algorithms and user trends. The ultimate goal is to increase organic traffic to your website and improve its visibility in search engine results. Remember this: the higher you rank, the more people visit your page. The number one organic result is 10 times more likely to receive a click than a page ranking in position number 10. So, search engine optimization plays a key role in improving your ranking positions. Better ranking means more traffic, and more traffic means new customers and brand awareness. Next slide, please. In other words, neglecting an SEO would mean neglecting one of the most important traffic communication channels, leaving that space completely to your competitors. So, in summary, communication channels provide avenues for libraries to interact and engage with their target audience, while SEO helps improve a website's visibility in search engine rankings. Um, Next slide, please. Here is just an overview of how search engine optimization works. I'm not going to go into the details, but just an overall comment is that it's important to note that search engines continually update your algorithms to provide users with the most relevant and valuable results. The search engine optimization practices need to adapt to these changes and stay up to date with industry best practices. Implementing SEO strategies require a combination of technical expertise, keyword research, content creation, and continuous optimization. It's recommended to stay informed about the latest SEO trends and guidelines to achieve long term success in organic search rankings. Next slide, please. For most of us today, when we need something, whether it's an answer, an idea, a strategy, or a service, we start by asking search engines. Google alone gets 3.5 billion searches a day. So, just as search engines have become an integral part to our lives, so too has it become important in many marketing strategies. In fact, organic search is considered to be the highest return on investment channel by 49% of marketers. Next slide, please. Okay, so the next communication channel I would want to talk about is social media as a communication channel. Meltwater, who is a global leader in social and media intelligence, and We Are Social, which is another socially led creative agency, have recently released their Digital 2023 annual report on social media and digital trends worldwide. This report covers digital trends across the social media, cryptocurrency, computer, and mobile use. The head of marketing of Meltwater Africa, Catherine McInnes, said, and I'm going to quote her. Sorry, I'm not ready for that slide yet. Thank you. Um, the past year has seen massive increases in social media as a marketing tool. Considering the trends we have seen across social media usage, both mobile and computer usage, it's important for marketers to use these platforms to increase brand awareness while building trust and credibility online. Delivering impactful and purposeful content using increasingly popular channels such as Instagram and TikTok can make or break your marketing strategy. And unquote. That was Catherine McInnes, the head of marketing at Meltwater Africa. This annual report says that globally, internet users have reduced their average daily use by 20 minutes over the past 12 months to 6 hours, 37 minutes, equating to a year on year reduction of almost 5%. However, time spent on social platforms has increased to more than 2.5 hours a day, 40 minutes more time spent watching Netflix or TV in general. Analysis of the data suggests that people are looking for more purposeful internet use with a focus on quality over quantity. Next slide, please. Before I talk a bit about having a strategic plan for social media, there is so much to consider when putting together a plan. And one of the main advantages of social media that it's free. And we are excited about it. We love it that it's free. But free is always good when it comes to marketing your library. Even if you do resort to some paid advertising and promotions, you are still getting a good ROI terms of reach and social proof. However, there is a dark side to social media, which refers to the negative aspects and consequences associated with its use. While social media platforms have undoubtedly brought us numerous benefits, they also pose several challenges and concerns. I'm just going to mention two that are on top of my list. There's quite a few on that list. Social media has been criticized for its role in a rapid spread of misinformation, fake news, and conspiracy theories. This can lead to confusion, manipulation, and public opinion. The second one is social media platforms often collect and store extensive amounts of personal data. So, raising concerns about your privacy invasion. Users may unknowingly provide access to their personal information, leading to surveillance, data breaches, and the misuse of data. Other factors to consider is emerging forms of multimedia engagement, taking time out, how to do a social media sabbatical, and my personal favorite, auditing your online identity, the why and the how. Here is the importance of a strategy. Next slide, please. At the University of Johannesburg Library, how do we track our success? Our executive director, Prof. Maria from ARP, has spoken about this extensively yesterday, but I want to talk a little bit about it as far as social media and marketing is concerned. Indeed, data plays a significant role in shaping the future. As we continue to advance technologically, the generation, analysis, and the utilization of data is becoming increasingly important, especially on your communication channels. Before planning a strategy on how to collect your data on communication channels, how to measure your success, what do you want to see in your reports, and possibly how well are you doing? Here is an overview to consider. Next slide, please. Data provides valuable insights that can inform decision-making processes across
Sorry, Reneka.
various factors. Yes, I can hear you.
Just saying, you've got 2 minutes to wrap up. Apologies for the
Thank you.
interruption.
It's fine, no problem. Data provides valuable insights that can inform decision-making processes across various sectors, and organizations are increasingly relying on data analysis to make informed decisions, optimize operations, and identify trends and patterns. I'm not going to go into the details on the slide as we are on a time. In summary, data has the potential to shape the future across numerous domains. So, leveraging data effectively and responsibly will be key to unlocking its full potential and addressing challenges and opportunities it presents. Next slide, please. A communication channel that I hold very near and dear to me is stakeholder relationships and collaborations. Stakeholder relationships are essential for any academic institution to thrive. And by prioritizing these relationships and actively engaging with stakeholders, institutions can enhance student success, promote faculty and staff satisfaction, and foster collaborations. Ultimately, strong stakeholder relationships strengthen an institution's reputation and influence the ability to fulfill its educational mission. Next slide, please. Okay. As an ambassador of the Association of Commonwealth Universities, this is the role of an ambassador, is to facilitate stronger communication channels between a university and ACU, for example, in this example that I've used. And as you see on the slide, and I won't go into the detail, the key goals and objectives for ACU and me as an ambassador are the global challenges, access and inclusion, international collaboration, supporting research, and strengthening universities. So, in conclusion, I want to say that breaking the mold, change, disruption, and reflection shed lights on the evolving landscape of communication channels and the significant impact they have on our lives. Breaking the mold is not just about adopting new communication channels, it is also about understanding your impact, reflecting on communication processes, and adapting to the evolving landscape. By embracing change, disruption, and reflection, we can harness the full potential of these communication channels and foster a meaningful connection in an increasingly interconnected world. Thank you.
Give Reneka a round of applause, colleagues.
Thank you.